Welcome to day 74 of a dish a day, where I'm attempting to upload a new recipe every day for a year. And this one comes with a little bit of a story. So I met this really lovely couple in my local butcher's, and they were massive foodies, so of course we ended up chatting food, and then they reached out to me over TikTok. So they're over from the States and they're leaving, and they still have quite a bit of food that they were using to feed themselves and their guests. And in the hopes to avoid food waste, they wanted to know if I wanted any of the stuff that they had. And when I say they're foodies, I mean they have good taste. So this dish is going to be comprised of as many of those ingredients as I can get into it. I'm not going to mention names for privacy reasons, but I just want to say thank you for allowing me to occupy even a small moment of your life, and thank you for being a moment in mine. You're incredibly kind and fascinating people, and I hope our paths cross again in the future. Seriously, myself and my wife Orla left with a little bit of couple envy. So today we are making a beef shin ragù with a smoked Milleens polenta. Milleens is a cheese from West Cork, and it is one of the greatest cheeses I've ever tasted. Anyway, sorry for rambling on, let's get cooking. I'm choosing to go with bone-in beef shin. The shin is an incredibly hard-working muscle, which means that it is naturally rich. That means that when it breaks down, it has a much more savoury flavour than your leaner cuts would. First, you're going to want to put 1 or 2 cuts on the silver skin on the outside of your shin. Then we are going to thinly slice a leek, roughly dice 1 stalk of celery, season your beef shin well on both sides, and then we are going to get it into a very hot pot or deep pan, and we're going to get some good colour on both sides before removing and setting aside. Go in with diced onion, your celery, your leek, and fry off for a few minutes until everything's softened. Then go in with your garlic, fry off for a few minutes more before adding 2 tablespoons of tomato puree and a teaspoon and a half of smoked paprika. Give that a mix before going in with 250 milliliters of Guinness, a tin of San Marzano tomatoes, 750 milliliters of good beef stock, 2 sprigs of thyme and 2 bay leaves. Get your beef back in there, bring to a simmer, and then we're going to pop a lid in it and get it into an oven for about 3 hours at 150 degrees C. Now bring 750 milliliters of good beef stock to a simmer, add in 190 grams of polenta and whisk continuously until it's nice and thick. Add in 40 grams of butter and 75 grams of your smoked Milleens cheese and continuously whisk until everything is lovely and creamy. Now when your beef is ready and it is falling off the bone, you're using a spoon, push any of the marrow from the bones into your sauce, pull the beef and take out any of the extra gristle that you find, and then we are going to get that back into our sauce, bring that up to a simmer and simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes until the sauce is nice and thick. When you are ready to plate, get a generous helping of your polenta, create a well in the middle, and pile up your ragù. Finish with some parsley and some walnut oil. Full recipe will be in the description down below. Don't forget to drop me a follow if you like my content, and I'll catch you on the next one.